Popcorn is not as much of a practical crop for us as, say, Wapsie Valley dent corn, which will make up the foundation of our meals throughout the winter. So we don't dedicate a ton of space to it. This year, we grew all of our popcorn in 2 small terraced beds in our side yard next to our bean tunnel. Still, even from that small space, we're going to get enough popcorn to regularly have it throughout the winter, which is very important to me because it is my favorite snack. Popcorn has a long history. Cobs of popcorn were among the many archaeological discoveries in a bat cave in New Mexico in the 1940s. The cobs that were found there were tiny, some as small as a penny and over 5,000 years old. Researchers have also found popcorn kernels in Peru that are over 1,000 years old and are actually still able to be popped. So it's clear that popcorn has been beloved the world over for a long time. In the modern United States, popcorn was hugely popular during the Great Depression because it was one of the few convenience foods that families could actually afford, and it was filling, at least temporarily. But even though popcorn might seem just like empty calories, it actually has a lot of nutritional value, especially when compared to the highly processed junk food that it's usually sitting next to in the store. Popcorn is a whole grain and has a decent amount of both fiber and protein, as well as antioxidants and some very essential vitamins like folate and niacin. But we mostly like it because it is delicious and an excellent vehicle for seasonings like dried smoked chili powder.
Wow.
Popcorn is easy to preserve. It ideally retains a moisture content of around 13 to 14% for it to properly pop, since what's happening when it pops is that moisture inside the kernel is turning to steam, and then the pressure builds up so it explodes out from the kernel, essentially turning it inside out. But we found that simply by tying it into bundles and letting it hang in our house for a few weeks, it dries down perfectly and also makes an excellent decoration for fall. After it's been drying for a while, we'll pluck off a couple kernels and throw them in a hot pan to see if they pop. If they do, that means the popcorn is ready, and you can take the kernels off of the cob and store it in an airtight container. But we just like to leave those bundles hanging until we're ready to use the popcorn. This variety is an heirloom called Carousel. It's the first year that we grew it, and we're really pleased with the results. Most of the stalks have double or even triple ears, and the color variation is just gorgeous. One of our favorite things about growing corn in general, but especially these ornamental popcorns, is that you never know what the pattern and coloring is going to be until you open those husks. And it really is kind of like Christmas Day to see all the different variations that you get. If you haven't tried growing popcorn in your garden, we really recommend it. It's a great beginner staple crop. You can use the popcorn for other things if you don't want to pop it, but I mean, who doesn't love popcorn?